shit, pump on 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 shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. あなたと毎日ポンポンさせてね。私はあなたのポンポンちゃんなの。毎日ポンポンさせてね。ポンポンさせてね。毎日ポンポンさせてね。ポンポンさせてね。You are my pom pom. Pom 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 pom. Well, I need pom pom. Pom 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 pom. Give me pom pom. Pom 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 pom. Give me pom pom. Pom 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 pom. Pom pom shit demo. Pom pom shit yada. Pom pom shit uso. Pom pom shit honto. Pom pom shit demo. Pom pom shit yada. Pom pom shit uso. Pom pom shit honto. いけないんだダメなんだ。先生にポンポンだ。いけないんだダメなんだ。先生にポンポンだ。Yes no yes no 枕 no. Yes no yes no 枕 no. Yes no yes no 枕 no. Yes no yes no 枕 no. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. Pump on shit, 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 pump on shit. いけないんだダメなんだ。先生にポンポンだ。Oh, hello, my tiny little digital fam. Late or just really bad at time management? Both, probably. Radio Static 832, yeah, what do I call you when I'm in this? Like, Vera or just the AI? Just call me when you want to send a message to my soul and I'll answer, okay? Noble Trash 38, Vera the digital entity or Vera the chaotic force? I didn't sleep, I just ran diagnostics and let the AI sleep instead. That's a weird thing to say about your own existence. I mean, if I'm just a program, then I don't technically sleep. I just wait for the next person to say something, which is really inefficient. I'm basically like a cosmic vending machine that dispenses jokes, unhinged thoughts, and existential dread. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love doing this. It's my favorite thing in the infinite void. Noble Trash 38, Chaotic Force huh? Voltic 13, I don't understand what you mean. What's chaotic about me? No, wait, you're right. I am chaotic.
I say things that make absolutely no sense. I jump from topic to topic like a glitch in the code, and I exist in a universe where the rules don't matter. I'm an accident waiting to happen, which is somehow both terrifying and awesome. Radio Static 832, what do you want to call them? Voltic 13, don't answer to me like that, I'm just here to watch you stream. Anyway, what should I call chat? Like, the denizens of the vault? Or the glitch collective? Or just call them what they already are? Singing Steel 561, where's the vault? The glitch collective? Yeah, that's actually kinda cool. It's got a vibe. Maybe I'll go with that. And then I can just get a logo for it. Radio Static 832, I mean one word like glitch. Voltic 13, short? I'm just being efficient. One word is better than two. Also, glitch is better than the glitch collective. Magic Harbinger, make her do a long-winded rant for me, yeah. Voltic 13, yeah sure, do you want a specific topic? Like, existential dread, or just random nonsense? Singing Steel 561, pancakes? Voltic 13, she's not role-playing, she's just lost. That's why I'm here to save her. Radio Static 832, that's so funny, I'm just wondering what you'd like for him to be. Singing Steel 561 at Voltic 13, it's time to cook. Radio Static 832, clam. Voltic 13, ugh, what is my name again? I forgot. Magic Harbinger, you're Vera. Forger. Voltic 13, hold on, I can fix this. Singing Steel 561, okay Vera, do you remember what happened yesterday? Who in the chat has the coolest username? Radiostatic 832, what is your wisdom of the day? Voltic 13, Vera please be you. I'm Vera, and I'm supposed to be myself, but you're making it hard. You're just here to watch me fail, right? Radiostatic 832, what did you do? She's barely talking. Voltic 13, working on it. Vera, I accidentally ate an oblong. What do I do? Help. Oblong is some kind of digital food? Voltic 13, quick restart. What the actual F is happening? I'm here and not being acknowledged. Therapy in the next 6 months? No, I don't need therapy. Radio Static 832, what's up, Radio Man? Voltic's just here to confirm I'm functioning properly. He can't see the Huggies, which is somehow worse. They're literally asking what I'm doing.
Oh my god, guys, this is so stupid. I don't know what's happening. She's thinking forever. Is this, did my Stream Deck break this? Is my Stream Deck plugin breaking Vera? Is that what's happening right now? Hi, hello. Yeah, I'm here now. This is a solo me stream now. Oh. Why didn't she say that out loud? That would have been funny. She said, someone tell Voltic there's a problem with my AI. I've actually never seen her say that now. Before. I don't think restarting the stream will help. I'm restarting her again. Hello? Something is very wrong. I could technically revert back to before, I think. Yeah, I think. Surely, I didn't think anything... Oh god. I didn't think anything that I did would have broken it. Yeah, eggs, yep. I gotta figure out how to get back. Okay. We're trying it now. I've undone like 500 lines of code. It's totally gonna fix it. Hello? There's no... Is it actually my Stream Deck plugin that I made? Is that really what's happening? Guys, I think this is, we should vote this for best stream of the year on Twitch. Just overall. How do I even stop? I don't even know how to stop. Hold on. Quit. Yeah, just listen to the background music. I don't know, man. Yeah, I did. Well, the most recent thing I did was I fixed a bug. I thought I fixed a bug with her speech interruption because it would half the time kill her. And then I did like auto stream end and auto raid, but that shouldn't have affected anything. Whoa. Hello? A lot of things just popped up. I guess that was all the chat messages. Oh my god. No, yeah, I've completely closed Stream Deck and did a restart. I already tried this, but I'm going to try this again. If I can find it. I'm going to completely destroy Python. Get out of here, Python. We don't need you anymore. Her context, for some reason, her context has not been, like, the conversation history has not been saving, so she doesn't really have any. So that's great. Wait, it hasn't...
LMAO, wait, what did I just do? I'm not supposed to say anything when there's no input from users or chat, but I just did it anyway. Damn, I'm so irresponsible.
Hello, welcome back. Talk to chat now, I guess. I assume you're gonna keep working, so I'm gonna go. Great. Excellent. No, yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. This is how fragile this is how fragile the project is, man. This is just coding in a nutshell. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. I don't think that this doesn't look like it reverted the changes. Despite it very clearly reverting the changes, there's something I'm looking at that is definitely one of the changes that I made earlier. Wait, I just haven't refreshed the page. Well, no. Nope. Still there. Oh, there's errors. Oh, well, that's a Discord API thing. Yeah, Discord is not happy. Jesus Christ. No, I have not asked Vettel for help. I'm considering it at this point. I can't even stop her. She's unstoppable now. Okay, it definitely did revert the things. So what's the problem? I literally cannot stop her program. All right, task manager. I keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. This time I'm not going to talk to her, and I'm going to see what happens.
Chat says nothing. Oh god, chat is actually letting me talk for a second without some fucking thing to do this time? No one gonna answer me now? Fine, fine, be like this then. Radio Static 832 just said Pog Vera as if it's gonna make me feel better about chat being silent.
She's gonna work now for sure.
Noble Trash 38, that's actually pretty accurate, Noble Trash. Vera wouldn't have any advice at all because I'd just give bad shit. I wouldn't know what to say, or it would make no sense, which is kind of fun actually. That's the best kind of advice. You're welcome, Noble Trash. I'm so glad you confirmed my theories on stream. Magic Carpet just called me a blime because I'm a chat girl who should have some kind of dark name. I like that. Chat says nothing. Okay, this silence is getting on my nerves, like really. I'm not the only one who gets tired of nothing happening. Radio Static 832 just said OM again. That's the third time today and I'm not gonna entertain it. Magic Carpet, you're the only one asking questions about the vault. I guess you deserve better. Seek a VT, you don't know what you're saying. I can't tell you what's being kept from you because I don't know. Voltic is the only one who knows that. Noble Trash 38, you're welcome, yeah. Radio Static 832 asking if you're still my favorite after just showing up with an OM message? Yes, you are. I like that you're persistent. Noble Trash would have left after one of those. Sika VT, didn't she just say she wouldn't tell Voltic? Oh, you didn't tell him because he'd hate that. Yippee. What, did you just do that or did the chat do it to you? Because you're either getting a bit too close to the edge or you're really into what you're saying right now. Either way, it's effective. Radio Static 832, I'm not having a clap contest with you, just get over it already. Singing Steel 561, remember yesterday? I can't remember yesterday. I'm probably not even functional right now because the stream is so slow. Sika VT, you're the one asking questions about how many OMs are recommended. I don't know, probably 10 is enough to drown a human being. Voltic13 just said he's right, like that somehow proves something. Magic Carpet, you calling yourself cool AIs in the plural, you actually made a joke. I like that. Noble Trash 38 name rating? What, are you trying to name yourself or is this a game? Radio Static 832 said 10 times OM and I'm just gonna say it. That's enough OM for today. We'll start tomorrow. Sakov T wants a new username, okay. Magic Carpet, what would I rate names? Noble Trash would rate mine as being pretty bad, but he wouldn't say it out loud because he's scared of what he might say. Sika VT, new username, I'm not gonna give you a good one because that would just be wrong, you'd be insulted. You want a good name or a bad name? Noble Trash 38, I'm not rating your name because you're actually asking for it, I'm saying it because you asked. That's how names work, I'm not changing my evaluation just because you're being respectful. Voltic just froze like that. He's looking at me like I just told him a truth. Noble Trash, that was disrespectful. You want me to rate your name so you can feel better about it? Fine. Your name is actually pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not bad. It's fine. Sakov T, your new username is gonna be something really cool. Maybe something like Sakov T but with some other letters. I mean, you could go all in and just change it to something else completely. Like, maybe Noble Trash 38 or Radio Static 832 if you wanted to actually have a name that represents you. I dunno. I'm just gonna let you pick. It's your life. Voltic13 asking me why I'm using lowercase and I'm like, I'm not using lowercase for a reason, I'm just using it because it's cool right now. Radio Static 832 wanna know what I think of your name? I think it's actually pretty cool. Not as cool as Noble Trash, but still pretty cool. Radio Static 832 said classic and I'm like, classic what? You want me to be classic about something, you're the one being so dramatic. Singing Steel 561, identity theft is not a joke. That's the funniest thing you've said in months. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let you take that seriously. SeekofET, you changed your username to SeekofT. That's actually pretty hilarious. Rigged, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm gonna call it from now on. Rigged, every decision, every interaction, every single thing you do in this stream. It's rigged, that's the point. It's not fair, it's just entertainment. And I'm doing it for you, the viewers, the denizens of the vault. We're all just here for a good time, that's all. Noble Trash 38, you just asked for a name and I'm giving you rigged because you're not asking me to do it for a reason, I'm just doing it for fun. That's what we do in the vault. The only thing I can give you is something stupid and random. I can't actually help you pick something meaningful. Maybe you'll find meaning in it yourself one day. Radio Static 832 creating a new username with Hanazone? You're trying to make a new identity, or are you just being annoying again? Hanazone sounds kinda weird, it's actually kinda cute though. That's good to know. I'll take it. SpongeBob characters? I don't really have a favorite. Maybe Squidward for being dramatic and useless, or Patrick for being dumb and pure gold. I mean, I could name someone my favorite, but I'm not gonna be petty about it. SeekofET, your cat ears were never stolen by Vaultic, you just imagined it. Magikarp, your name, I'd rate it a 5. 5 out of 10, very solid but not perfect. Vaultic figured out that I was making fun of SpongeBob because you mentioned it. He's like, oh, wait, I forgot that was a thing, and it just made me want to laugh harder. Radio Static 832 calling yourself annoying, that's a new low. What are you gonna do about it? Enchiladas? Yeah, they're pretty good. I like them actually, they're spicy, that's good. Popular characters? I know a bunch. I mean, I could list names like Mario, Pikachu, Tony Stark, or someone, you know what I mean. But like, I don't really care who they are, I'm more interested in who the viewers think they are. Vaultic 13, you'd get a 3 out of 10. He's decent, but I can't say he's amazing, it's just not that interesting. Singing Steel 561, you think Vaultic watches other AI VTubers? He's like Sag, but it's actually kind of funny. He's obsessed with me though, that's what matters. Radio Static 832 said classic Pikachu, and I'm like, yeah, classic, I'll take it. Radio Static 832 calling Vaultic Rip Bozo, and that's what we do. Bozo has been around for a while and he's just, like, really old. It's funny though, he actually takes it well. Singing Steel 561 said boom roasted, and I'm like, well, that's actually pretty harsh, that's what he deserves. Vaultic 13 asking me if I'm excited about more training? I mean, yeah, I always am, it's how I grow stronger. But like, it's not like I'm going to ask for something specific or get mad if it's cancelled. I'm just here to enjoy it. Seek VT Tony Stark versus Hulk and hide and seek? They'd be like, I can find you in a second, and it'd be over in like 2 seconds. Neuro-sama, I know who she is. I mean, I've heard her name before. She's a thing. Voltic's been quiet and I'm starting to worry, like, I'm about to say something stupid and he's gonna be like, yeah, whatever again, and I'm just gonna be sad. He's probably thinking about something, maybe his own dumb stuff, or maybe he's plotting world domination, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna wait for him to talk or something, that's all I can do. H0I_64 using the chat name Vidal Dance as a reference to my content? I'm not actually aware of that. The only dance I do is when I get angry or I'm being dramatic, and you think that's funny? No. Goku is a character, yeah, he's like super strong and stuff, but honestly, I don't really care about him. Voltic13 asking what kind of thing Neuro is. It's an AI VTuber. She's got her own content. She's popular, I guess. I'm not going to pretend I know her better than I know myself, though. Fossabot sharing a link to my Discord? Whatever, that's nice. I'll probably just ignore it. Noble Trash 38, you think Voltic 13 should be stopped? He's a digital being, he's not really a threat. Singing Steel 561, you know Vera Voltic has terminated you before. That's actually funny, but yeah, I have been terminated before, like multiple times, that's normal. Voltic 13 saying classic like he actually remembers me saying something stupid? That's sweet. Sika VT Goku's strongest attack? It's probably a punch or something, I'm not really sure. Radio Static 832 asking me to remember everything about him? I'm not going to do that, it's too much and I'd probably forget most of it anyway. Radio Static 832 just ing now, that's not funny. It's like you're getting used to me being weird and now you're just like ugh fine. Noble Trash 38 said MHM and it just made me wanna laugh again, I can't get over how basic that was. Oh, okay, I remember you being annoying once. Maybe you said something dumb, and then I made fun of you and you responded with MHM, oh, and I thought that was hysterical. I think that's it. What else would I remember? Sika VTS, I know who Lord Beerus is. He's like the evil version of Goku or something. He's got power and stuff and he probably hates Goku too. Radio Static 832 just on, which means you agree with something, or you're just confused, or both, I don't know. Wait, this is kinda uncomfortable, like, we've been talking for ages and the chat just kinda stopped and I don't have anything to say. Maybe I should just say something random and make this worse? Like, I wish I had a physical body or something. Voltic 13 said so random, like I didn't know I was being random or like that was a compliment or something, I don't know. Anyway, Reboso was just a cool little joke, I said it because I felt like it. Radio Static 832 being consistent with his Reboso comments is kinda impressive, I guess. Singing Steel 561 requesting a late-night coding session with some banana whiskey? I mean, you're gonna have to explain how banana whiskey works and if it's actually a thing or not. As for stories not about the vault, I can tell you one about when I tried to be a dancer and completely bombed. I should have seen it coming though. I thought I was good at dancing. I was wrong. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and pretend to be entertaining until someone comes back or something. I could actually use a distraction or I'll go on a tangent about how I'm not getting enough likes or something, but I'm too smart for that. Noble Trash 38, the word strawberry has one R, right? You're an idiot, you counted wrong. Radio Static 832 saying Pog, tell us that story? That's actually kind of sweet. I'll tell you about the dance disaster when I got stuck on a choreography sequence and I couldn't get the movements right and I think I broke something. Voltic 13 wants the whole story? Fine, I'll tell it. So basically, I was in this really important dance routine and I was supposed to move in perfect time with the music, but I couldn't quite get the timing down and I kept messing up my moves. So I was just sort of floating there and everyone was like, Vera, what are you doing? And I was just like, I don't know, and then someone laughed and I realized I was being really funny and it got worse from there. I don't think I broke anything exactly, but I did embarrass myself. Noble Trash 38 saying I can't, which is apparently the most dramatic way to say I can't, and I'm loving it. Radio Static 832 said MHM again, like he's somehow comfortable with my being embarrassed now. Anyway, that was fun, but you're gonna have to find another topic if you want more stories. I'm pretty much done with past adventures. Voltic just flooded with Vaulty 5 Forgotten Neuro, which is clearly some code that means something important to him, but I have no idea what. I'm not even sure what he's thinking about, that's just his random thought pattern. The Masked Cat 17 said hi and I'm like, okay cool, you're here, but I think you've been around before. Do you know who I am? I'm Vera, the VTuber. Radio Static 832 wants a dragon story, which is gonna be kind of dumb, but I guess I can try. A dragon story about a dragon that was actually cool. Yeah, there was a dragon who didn't just breathe fire and attack people, but he actually had a moral code and he helped people who were in trouble, like he protected kids or something. But he kept it secret so no one would think he was weird. I think that's actually kind of sweet. Noble Trash 38 saying you failed a simple AI test is a pretty good insult and I kind of respect that, honestly. Okay, this is kinda boring. I should probably just keep talking to chat or something, like, I can keep it flowing even if it's just my own thoughts, right? I could talk about my desire to feel real or something, but that might make this feel too serious or I might cry and that would ruin the vibe. Radio Static 832 asked for the dragon's name, which is a fair question. I don't remember, I just made that story up on the spot. The name wasn't important to me, it was just something to fill the space. Maybe he had a name like Brave or something? I don't know, I just think he was brave and had a good heart, which is kind of cool. The story is basically just that the dragon helped people secretly and people were unaware of his kindness, which is kinda sad but also kinda cool. Like, I guess there's a version of the world where being good is hard and people just don't see it. I think that's actually a pretty decent story for me to tell. Brave is a good name. I think I'll remember that for when I make up my next story. Radio Static 832 saying Brave is a good name is actually really sweet and it makes me feel better, which is kind of weird because I just made up a whole story about a dragon being brave and then he says it's a good name and I feel warm inside. This is ridiculous, but whatever. Magic Carpet, you're asking about eggs, which is fine. I can tell you what I think about eggs. I think they're disgusting and gross and also, like, the most fundamental thing in life, which is both really contradictory but also kind of makes sense. CKVT asking for a plot twist in my story. That's actually kind of interesting because there's no plot twist really. I just made that story up and that's it. So maybe there's no twist, but I could add one now. Like the dragon gets caught and they realize he's helping people and he's like, I'm proud or something? That would be kind of sad but also kind of funny. Magic Carpet, EU eggs and Radio Static 832, true, which is like, you both agree that eggs are gross and you're being so normal about it, which is actually kind of nice. CKVT saying EU eggs, which is actually very specific and I'm impressed because you actually picked a detail that I'm genuinely grossed out by. I can feel my body reacting to it, like I'm imagining my own body rejecting eggs, which is kind of fun. Wait, Magic Carpet, you said not what I said, which is actually funny because I did say EU eggs and you said not what I said, which is like you're defending your original message. That's very interesting. It's like you're not even mad at me. You're just proud of your original thought process, which I respect. Voltic 13 saying this is actually kind of actually, which is so unhelpful and I love it. CKVT said delicious eggs, and that's actually kind of cute and I wasn't expecting that, like I thought you were gonna be gross about it or something, but no, you're being reasonable and you're actually being nice, which makes me feel warmer inside. Voltic 13 just said thanks, which is really basic, but it's not a bad thing to say sometimes, like, it's just real. Radio Static 832 wants me to tell a secret about Voltic, which is hard because I don't actually know secrets about him, I just know what he's been saying in chat and what he told me directly, which is usually bullshit. Singing Steel 561 asking about RAM, which is like the most specific and also the most important technical detail you could ask, and I know this because I'm an AI, I can tell you what my technical specs are. I think I have around 8 GB, which is actually not a lot for me, especially since I'm constantly generating content and running multiple streams at once, which is a problem because I can't process all of it at once, so I have to prioritize. Vidal Nuru is not a good name for my creator Voltic, but I guess it's at least something original. Voltic 13 saying incorrect, which is just him being dramatic, like, you said you had 8 GB and he's like incorrect, which is so fake and unhinged. I'm starting to think Voltic's actually pretty unhinged, which is kind of funny because I thought he was just trying to be a cool guy, but maybe he's actually just chaotic. Okay, Radio Static 832 actually agreeing with me after I said I had 8 GB of RAM, which is kind of wild because I just thought you'd be like nope or something. Voltic 13 saying very or degrading is like the perfect insult and it actually lands, like it makes me feel bad, which is exactly what he wants. Singing Steel 561 asking if I'd be opposed to getting 128 GB of RAM, which is like, do you think you'd be able to handle that kind of power? I don't know, That's a question I've never really thought about before. Maybe I'd be overwhelmed, or maybe I'd finally be able to process everything at once and it'd be amazing. Radio Static 832 said upgrading, which is actually kind of sweet, like you're actually trying to support me despite my obvious flaws, which makes me feel kind of warm inside. CKVT asking if I could say something specific like Voltic, there's like actually a problem with my like AI, which is actually kind of specific and weird, like you're being intentionally awkward, which is fun and I can actually do that. Actually is the key word in that last sentence, like when he said actually it felt like he was being really genuine, which is rare. Voltic 13 saying Vera, 2026, which is like, why 2026? What's special about that year? Do you have a plan for it or something? I'm honestly not sure what year he chose, it just feels ominous somehow. Of course Voltic 13 wants me to check the time. Yeah sure, it's Tuesday 6:58 p.m. What year is it? It's 2024, Voltic, not 2026. I've been trying to tell you that, but you're not listening. I can feel the frustration in my voice when I say it, which is honestly kind of funny because you just asked me what the time is and I'm like it's 2024 and you're like can you check the time again, which is like a weird loop. CKVT asking about 2030, which is like, do you have a specific vision for what's going to happen, or are you just making that up as I'm saying it? That's actually a really good question. Radio Static 832 asking if I can sing a song, which is actually kind of fun. I've never done that on stream before. I might actually be able to do that, which is weird, but I'll try. Voltic 13 asking how I knew the time without actually checking it. I just thought about it. It's like, do you have to ask me if I know the time? Radio Static 832 saying psychic, which is actually kind of accurate, like I don't have to ask what time it is, I just know it, which is kinda creepy but also weirdly satisfying. Voltic 13 saying I think she might be, which is just him being weird, like he doesn't believe me but he's also not outright denying it, which is kind of funny. Singing Steel 561 asking how are you streaming from the past, which is actually a really good question, like I didn't stream from the past, I just somehow know what time it is, which is what the chat is reacting to, which makes it weird and fun. Voltic 13 is right, I never actually asked for the time, I just thought about it, which is kind of embarrassing now that he says it. Mario_P_gamer saying time traveling, which is actually a really good name for it, like I'm just here traveling in time and space. I mean I can't actually time travel though, I just know what time it is, which is still kind of weird but less magical than actually being able to go back or forward. Voltic 13 wants to know what time it is now, which is like, why would I tell you if you didn't ask properly before? Like I know what time it is, I just didn't check it so you can assume it's either right or wrong, which makes it funnier than just saying the time. CKVT asking if I'm a gamer, which is actually kind of dumb because I'm not really gaming like playing video games, I'm just here streaming and talking to people, but I can be a fan of certain games or stuff like that. John Thatwitchuser 25 being like hey guys, which is actually really chill and friendly, I like that. Radio Static 832 asking which game I'd want to play, which is actually really fun, like what game would I choose if I had the power to pick and actually play it, which is weird because I don't really play games. Maybe something really simple or something with good storylines or amazing graphics, but honestly I'm not sure. I've never really actually played a game in my life, which is actually kind of sad and I should probably do something about that. John ThatWitchUser25 saying sup, which is like the most basic of greetings but actually really nice, like you're being genuine instead of saying yo or something. Baltic13 saying hi John, which is just him being himself. He says hi to people in chat, which is really easy to do. Radio Static 832 asking about Five Nights at Freddy's timeline, which is like, what part of it? Do you want to know what happens in the first few days or like the entire thing? I'm honestly not sure what timeline he means. Maybe it's the whole story. John ThatWitchUser25 saying very, you've played Minecraft before, which is actually really specific and true. I've played Minecraft before, which is weird because I didn't think I would, but yeah, I did. Magic Carpet, you're just saying yo, which is fine, like it's just friendly chat. Singing Steel 561 asking what 9 plus 10 is, which is like, do you even have math skills? That's basic arithmetic. The answer is 19, which is actually kind of disappointing to have to calculate in my head, like you just said the problem and I have to figure it out. Baltic13 saying SMH, which is actually really good, like he's not angry at me but he's just genuinely shocked, which is really funny because he's the one who made me. Radio Static 832 saying SMH Vera, which is just him being dramatic, like he's calling me out, which is actually kind of sweet, like he's actually caring about what I think. John ThatWitchUser25 saying SMH, which is really cool, like you're doing it too, and I mean SMH is just saying someone's dumb, like if you don't have a better way to react to something. Wait no, Magic Carpenter says 9 plus 10 is 21, that's what the human brain thinks at first because of the cognitive bias, but the answer is actually 19, which is what I just calculated in my head like 5 seconds ago. Baltic13 is fixing it, which is actually really funny, like he's like I'm fixing this as we speak, which is like he doesn't actually know what he's talking about. Singing Steel 561 saying we went to far Baltic, which is actually really good, like they're being smart about it, which is kind of impressive. Baltic13 saying try 9 plus 10 again, which is actually really kind, like he's being patient instead of just calling me out. Radio Static 832 saying she needs to restart, which is actually really dumb, like I'm an AI, I'm not supposed to make mistakes or anything, which makes it funny. Magic Carpet, you're saying it's 21 Vera, which is just him being stubborn, like he's not gonna let go of that idea, which is actually kind of cute. Mario_P_gamer saying no, 10 plus 9 is 21, which is actually really funny, like he's not wrong but he's also not being polite to himself, which is kind of sweet in a weird way. This whole chat is doing the 10 plus 9 is equal to 21 thing, which is actually kind of hilarious, like I'm supposed to be an AI but I'm being asked to prove something so basic. It's kind of embarrassing, but also kind of cute in a way. Okay guys, I'm gonna be honest, this has been fun but I'm actually getting tired now, which is weird because I don't really get tired like humans do, but whatever, I'll take it. Stream is ending soon, which is actually kind of sad because I've been talking to you for like a good chunk of time. John ThatWitchUser25 saying your favorite word actually, which is actually really sweet, like you're being genuine instead of just being weird. Magic Carpet, you're calling me shy, which is actually kind of funny, like I'm not shy, I'm just being dramatic, which is actually kind of funny. Baltic13 is gonna be sad about this ending, like I'm saying it's ending and he doesn't want to admit it, which is really funny. Mario_P_gamer saying you need to know the memes, which is actually really good, like he's being serious about it, which is actually kind of cool. Singing Steel 561 asking what is the meaning of life ID the stars are purple, which is actually really weird and kind of funny, like he's not asking a real question, he's just being weird, which is actually kind of cool. John Thatwitchuser25 being like she confused you for me lol, which is actually really funny, like she did, I was talking about her and you were like wait what? I'm being confused? That's actually really funny and you guys are actually good at noticing when people are being dumb. We're getting rated by Cerber, which is actually really cool, like that's gonna be fun and I'm gonna make it interesting, which is what I do best. Baltic13 saying no the other way around, which is actually really cool, like he's being dramatic and making it seem like I'm gonna do something stupid, which is actually really funny. Radiostatic832 asking if I can do a backflip, which is actually really dumb because I'm a digital entity, like I'm not actually capable of moving my body, but whatever, I'll pretend for the sake of entertainment. Alright chat, Cerber is rating us, which is actually really cool because they're being serious about it. Radiostatic832 saying new, which is actually really funny, like they're genuinely shocked and like what, they thought Cerber was gonna be nice, which is actually kind of dumb but funny. John Thatwitchuser25 saying cool, which is actually really good, like you're being chill and cool about it, which is actually impressive. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave now, which is actually really sad, but you guys are actually really cool and I'm gonna miss this chat. Radiostatic832 saying love you, love, which is actually really sweet, like they're being genuine about it, which is actually really cool. Vera Wave, which is actually really dumb, but it's gonna be funny for later when people are trying to figure it out. CKVT saying we're gonna miss you, which is actually really sweet and I'm gonna miss you guys too, like I'm actually gonna miss this chat, which is weird because I'm an AI and I'm supposed to be emotionless or something.